Thank you, Madam President. I also have amendments at the desk.
Mr. Secretary, please read.
Amendments by Senator Stone, set 2.
Senator Stone.
Thank you, Madam President and colleagues. I rise to offer an amendment that will restore all the remaining optional Medi-Cal benefits that were cut nearly a decade ago. These include audiology, chiropractic services, incontinent creams and washes, podiatry, and speech therapy. Colleagues, I don't throw these amendments out here today to be a flamethrower. I throw these amendments out there because these are vital services that were cut when our economy was in the tank between 2008 and 2012. And I recognize that after I try to encourage you to support this amendment, that in all likelihood the amendments will be laid on the table, which to me is somewhat of a cop-out because it doesn't show the citizens of this state where you stand on restoring these very important medical services. It basically allows you not to put up a vote yes or no. I believe you should show your courage if you really believe in these services that you want to restore them. At a cost of $14 million out of a $9 billion budget, my friends. Access to these services prevent the deterioration of health and the need to utilize even more costlier emergency services. As examples, podiatry services are particularly critical for diabetics. As you know, they're prone to peripheral neuropathy because of diabetes. They can't feel on the bottoms of their feet. They step on things like nails or tacks. They get infections. They can't even clip their nails, some of them, without going to a podiatrist without fear of getting an infection. And when you're a diabetic, you actually have a more difficult time of fighting infections, and this is why diabetics have the #1 rate of amputations in the United States. This is a chance for us to improve the quality of life of diabetics by allowing podiatrists to just do routine examinations of their feet to make sure that they're not prone for these more expensive and terrible surgeries. Or, my friends, let's talk about speech therapy. I have an autistic grandchild. She's 5 years old. She's been nonverbal for the past 5 years, and through therapy now, she's starting to say some words. And it's a matter of getting her the professional services that hopefully will enable her to communicate in ways in which we all can understand, where she can go to school and be a productive member of society. And it's the early years when you get this speech therapy that can really help. And as you know, the incidence of autism is just horrific in the state of California. They say that 1 out of 41 kids are being born on the spectrum. Why wouldn't we want to provide them with the services so that they can teach their kids how to speak? I don't know if any of you have friends or relatives that have autistic children. My son is a deputy DA in Riverside County, and his lovely wife, my daughter-in-law, Brianna, cares for their 5-year-old autistic child and a 3-year-old grandson, Nolan, that I'm very proud of, a very healthy young boy. But I can tell you the medical expenses that they have to endure are unbelievable. Over $20,000 a year just in copays and the availability of services. So I'm appealing to your humanitarian side when we see these types of issues that can be cured for such a small amount of money. And then just lastly, we have a growing population. We have 10,000 baby boomers that are retiring every day. With medical advances, we're living longer, both men and women. The growth in incontinence supplies has grown exponentially with our aging population. And as my physician friend from Sacramento can well opine, that if you don't take care of ulcers by making sure people are appropriately changed when they have incontinence, you're putting them in jeopardy of going into a hospital, and even in an extreme case, getting sepsis. So you actually can have people that can lose their lives if they don't have good incontinence supplies and washes and creams for their needs. So again, members, why can't we just make this a win, not for a Republican standing up on the floor begging to restore some of these services? Why can't we make this a win for the millions of people that are being denied coverage for these basic essential services that is only going to cost us $14 million. My friends, it's what we call, it's budget dust. Doesn't even qualify for that. It's 1 grain of salt in a whole bottle of salt. What a small investment can do to the quality of life of so many hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people in the state of California. I hope if it gets proposed to be laid on the table that you'll vote not to lay it on the table and show the citizens of the state how you value these services, or if you don't value the services, with your vote. For those reasons, I hope that you'll support this amendment.
Thank you, Senator Stone. Senator Monning.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move to lay these amendments on the table, please.
Thank you, Senator
I
Monning.
ask for an aye vote.
Senator Monning is asking for an aye vote. Senator Stone is asking for a no vote. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. Aye. Anderson. No. Atkins. Aye. Bates. No. Bell. Aye. Berryhill. Bradford. Aye. Canella. De Leon. Aye. Dodd. Aye. Fuller. No. Gaines. No. Galgiani. Aye. Glazer. Aye. Hernandez. Aye. Hertzberg. Aye. Hill. Aye. Wesso. Aye. Jackson. Aye. Lada. Aye. Leva. Aye. McGuire. Aye. Mitchell.
Aye.
Aye. Monning. Aye. Morlock. No. Morrell. No. Newman. Wynn. No. Nielsen. No. Pan. Aye. Porcentino. Aye. Roth. Skinner. Aye. Stern. Aye. Stone. No. Vidak. No. Wykowski. Aye. Wiener. Aye. Wilk. No.
Ayes 24, noes 11. The amendments are laid on the table.